All right, hey YouTubers, good morning. So our camera right here, our rear backup camera, stopped working. I just got a white screen, and so I'm gonna show you how to fix it. I looked on YouTube. I didn't see any videos really that did a good job of really showing how to get in and fix this. So tools you're gonna need, 10mm and 8mm socket, and then also just a flathead screwdriver. So open it up. Here, first thing you got to do is pop this off right here. There's a little kind of a insert, and you just put a screwdriver in there like that. So we'll pop that off, keep track of that, and then you can zoom in here. Okay, so yours isn't going to have all this extra wiring. This is from me trying to fix it a different way. But I finally just kind of realized I had to get the OEM camera. I tried to splice in a different camera. There's two 10mm nuts right there. So we're gonna take those off. Let's see, I'm gonna need an extension. This is in the car. Okay, let's get this one. One and two, and there's also a clip right here that you have to undo, so you can use that same screwdriver, flathead, to undo it. There's a little tab right there. If I push in on that tab right there, then it pops out real easy. See, there's that tab right there. You just push that in, and then it'll pop out real easy. Okay, so now this is loose. It's not gonna come out yet because we have to get some of these other things out. In fact, this is the part where there's a couple ways you can do this. You can either just take this panel off and undo this, and then I'll show you how to wiggle this out. You have to undo this, and there's two other bolts in here, in this, that are about right there. So if you want to reach in and grab them, you can. Otherwise, you have to take off these right here and basically pry this whole thing off. And that's what we're gonna do, because I've tried to do it the other way, and it's really hard. So we'll pull this one off, and we'll pull one off. There we go. Come on. Whoops. There we go. All right. And pull this one off. That's why right here. Okay. That one I don't think you really have to pull off, but I just did. Okay. And then in order to, this is just held in by rivets. But you have to start up here, and the way you get this off, and I think there are YouTube videos that show how to do this part, but you pop it right there, take your screwdriver, pop it right there, and it just comes off, because those things are what are keeping it on right there, those holes. All right, now you start one side, and it comes off pretty easily. Still on for some reason. It's okay. There we go. So you just gotta kind of wiggle it. It's kind of hard to break it. I've done this a couple times already. So if it was gonna break, it would have broken by now. And then you could just pop this loose right here. It feels like you're gonna break something. You're not. You have to remember though, and I almost forgot, you gotta pop this out. There, like that. There, and then it all comes out. Okay, but forgot you gotta you gotta undo this first. So don't make the mistake that I just made. And just use that screwdriver, bam, right there. Okay, we'll set that up right here. Okay, now we have access to everything. So I'm gonna change out my 10mm socket for an 8 because of these screws right here, of these bolts, or these nuts rather. I'll get the right name of it. Okay, there's 1, 2. Pick those up in a minute, and 3. Okay. Hang on. Now let me show you. Make sure you don't lose them. They do have a little, just look right here real quick. So they do have this plastic casing around it for some reason. Anyway, there's 3 of them there. So we'll hold on to those. But you're also going to use your screwdriver. If I can find, I think you might be sitting on it. Yep, my lovely wife was sitting on that. And there's just these little things right here, and they have 2 wings sticking out. So you press them in on each side and push them out. There, see how that went through? I think that's the only one you have to worry about, and I'll show you why we did that. So those 3 plus that, and I'll show you why. So we're gonna put this down. Be careful that you don't put this all the way down right here, because if it latches, then it's hard to get out because your stuff's all disconnected. So this thing right here is what those bolts went into. The bolt right here, and right here. And then these were the things that, this one right here is the wings we pushed in. So then that just pops out, and then we can have access to our camera right here. Hang on. Okay. So the camera, only thing, so we already disconnected that, remember? And then the camera, the whole assembly, it's kind of part of the whole assembly, but we have to disconnect from on here, in here. So here's again, I tried to splice in an aftermarket camera, it didn't work. So you won't have all these extra wires. You'll just have this right here, and you'll just follow it over to this right here, and you'll unplug it right there. That's what it looks like. And then I have a new one right here that I got off of good old eBay. It's used, but hopefully it works. We're about to find out. So it's got the same assembly, so you just look at the connections. It even came with the bolts. How nice of them. Or the nuts. So pop these off real quick. And it's the exact same system here. All right, so now I put a piece of tape to keep this up. So I'll just take this off, and this should pull off.
Go.
All right, so now we disconnected this. We're gonna pop this out. Here it is. This is the old one. I had to just clip the wires, but here's our new one right here. So we're gonna start by putting it in right here. It's gonna go right through there. This is gonna go through here like that. And it's gonna go right in here like that. And then we'll go on the other side and put those in. In fact, we can put those on right now. Don't have to wait. I'll just, let's see. Oh, I don't know where my, there it is. So 10mm right here. Alright, it's on there. I'll put this one on. Okay. Alright, we can reconnect this. You're probably supposed to disconnect the battery terminal. Most people would probably tell you to do that. I don't care. Whatever it is. Alright. And I think this is supposed to come further back, but that's okay. Anyway, if it doesn't line up perfectly, well, it does. You can secure that however you want, but since I still got to test it, gonna reconnect it here. Oops, like this. Okay, now we're connected. Now you want to test it first, so I'm gonna go ahead and test it before I put everything back together. All right, so thankfully it worked, and now we just gotta put everything back. So you start, make sure all your connections, that's your camera. So make sure that's there. There should be one right here, but that'll be put in later. So start with this right here. So we're gonna bring this down, put this over, line everything up. There, everything fits snug, and then we'll just get it bolted in from the other side. See this right here, the plastic retainer? That is all the way through. I'll just put this on. Oops. And there's one. Here's two. It makes it go really fast when you have a drill that you can connect your ratchet socket to. All right. So now that we have those on, now we can. I'm gonna put these up here. All right. Now we can start putting the main panel back on. And we'll start right here. Okay. You just kind of snug it in. You can already hear it clicking into place because it wants to go back into place. There you go. There. I think that's in. There. Might have to give it a little love tap. All right. Now we just go the opposite way that we were. So I think this one goes on the other side. So this one goes right here. Pretty cool how easy this is. This part, I thought that would be a lot harder than it was. Put this up here. So you can see these right here go into these slots right there. And then the rest of it just kind of clicks in. One thing to note though, right here, this is your the thing that kind of helps lift the van tailgate up, and it's got a little cutout right here, so just make sure it's in there good. It's, I guess, kind of hard to mess that up, I think, but all right. So same thing. These are just gonna go up in here, and all these little plastic rivets are gonna pop into place. Maybe I got it backwards. There we go. It only goes one way. Perfect. There we go. Looks like new. Then we'll put this back on. I think this is the easiest part, but I'll still show you. Just keep everything. Don't lose anything. I'm really excited that actually works. So you're gonna have to probably look on eBay or somewhere to find the part to fix that. Why is it not going? There it goes. That was probably the hardest part, was just finding the camera. If I'd taken it to a dealer, this dealership probably would have charged me $500-600 for that. Instead, the camera cost me about $130 on eBay. All right, don't forget to plug this back in right here. And then this just clips in like that. Boom. All right, we did it. Good job.
Dun, 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 dun.